Hi guys, it's Chloe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be filming my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. Basically, I did a makeup collection storage video like way back, about 7 months ago now or something, and I had so much makeup to get through that I physically did not have the time to go through all of my eyeshadow palettes because I own a lot of them. So I thought I'd do a separate video dedicated to it today. And most of the palettes I own, I pretty much use all of them. But there's a few that I feel like deserve to go to a better home because they don't really get used very often. So I have got a couple up on my Depop already, and I'm going to put a few more up soon. So my Depop name is Chloe Sumner 1, and I'll leave that down below just in case you forget it. So go over there, check it out. You can get some high-end eyeshadow palettes for like half the price or less, so you don't want to miss that. So I am planning on doing a giveaway soon. Basically it's going to be a lot of makeup, a lot of skincare. It's because I'm kind of getting close to 2K. So if you are interested in potentially winning free makeup, because like who doesn't want that, make sure you've got the notification bell turned on so you're notified every time I post, because YouTube likes to play games and doesn't like to put videos in sub boxes, and I'd hate for you guys to miss out on it. Also, I'll leave my Instagram down below. It's Chloe Sumner with 2 R's instead of 1, and I'm going to be posting like stories about when the giveaway will be going up, when it will be ending, that kind of thing. Obviously I'll post it on here too, but I feel like the winner will probably be announced through Instagram too. So definitely follow me on there, and I think I'm done self-promoting now. I think I'm done. So up here in this drawer I do have a bunch of eye products. I've got like lots of glitters and pigments and things. This I haven't actually tried yet. I showed it in my new Primark haul. It's basically the eye gloss collection, and obviously you can see lots of mascaras and eyeliners here. I'm not actually going to be going through those today. I'm going to be going through my actual eyeshadow palettes, but if you're interested in seeing more of what's in that drawer, then I will leave my makeup collection and storage in the description box down below. So drawer number 1 is basically what I call my Urban Decay drawer. It's full of every Urban Decay palette, not ever, but most of them. So here we have the Moon Dust palette, which looks just like this. So if I open it up, it's got lots of kind of like chrome type holographic colours. These work really, really nicely if you use Fix Plus, like if you wet your makeup brush with like MAC Fix Plus, or just wet it and they come out so much more pigmented. I love this colour down here called Galaxy. It's stunning. These are perfect for kind of like halo eye type colours. So yeah, and they are super pretty. I don't actually use this one very much, but it's still a good one. I then have the Gwen Stefani collaboration with Urban Decay. I'm not gonna lie, I've barely used this. I really like this shade up here though, called Serious. It's like a really dark chocolatey brown colour and it's amazing. And this shade down here looks so pretty. It's like a glittery blue one. It's called Danger, but I haven't actually used that. And yeah, this palette really doesn't get used very much, so I'm thinking of putting this on my Depop. So if anyone's interested, that will be left down below as well. We then have the Naked Basics palette. I really, really like the packaging for this. I think it looks so cute. So if I just open it up. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's got loads of just like basic colours in here. I really like this purple one up here called Lethal. It's stunning. These are all really, really pigmented and easy to blend out as well. And the shade Extra Bitter down here, named after me, lol. I love this too. It's like the perfect transition kind of shade, like to build on top of a lighter transition shade. So yep, love this one. I've then got the Naked Heat. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't use this very often either, but it's stunning. I really love the shade, where's it gone? En Fuego. That's absolutely stunning. I really like this shade here called Scorched as well. It's almost like a foiled glittery shadow and I love that. Please excuse the mess of this as well. I've then got the Naked Smoky one. Again, I barely ever use this, but I was so excited when it came out. I really don't use shades like this, so if anyone is interested in maybe buying this, then I will probably put this on my Depop as well. I've then got the Naked 2. I really liked this one when it came out. It's got lots of kind of gorgeous coppery, shimmery shades here. So this shade here and this one were absolute faves, if you couldn't already tell. And yeah, there's not really much to say about any of these palettes because I really don't use the Urban Decay ones very much anymore. So I've then got Naked 3, which this was my favourite one out of all the Urban Decay ones. So you can see I've hit pan on 2 shades here. This pink shade was absolutely stunning, and this is probably my favourite Urban Decay like naked palette out of them all. Then we've got some more interesting ones down here. So this is the Vice palette. First of all, this packaging is so cute. If I just open it up, How amazing are these colours? They're all pretty shimmery and they're not the most wearable, but I really, really like them. I think this blue colour up here is gorgeous. I've actually used that quite a lot. And this pinky, purpley, almost like fuchsia colour is really, really nice. And of course, this orange copper one is amazing. So if I do a couple of swatches, they are super pigmented and this is actually a really pretty palette. So I think I need to start using this one a little bit more. I then have the Vice Reloaded palette, which looks stunning as well. And you actually just press this little button here and it opens up, which I think is super cool. So I haven't actually used this very much, but again, I really, really love the shade range in here. I think this purple colour here looks stunning, and so does this blue one. I think I may have used this in my... no, I didn't. Shut up, Chloe. So this shade up here as well, called Midnight Cowboy, is the perfect like inner corner or brow bone highlight. So yeah, I really need to start playing around with this palette some more as well, but this is definitely a nice one. And here we just have another Urban Decay Naked palette. This was like my first ever high-end eyeshadow palette, so I don't even use it anymore, but I kind of don't want to get rid of it because it was loved so much. So now moving on to our next drawer. This has just got a bunch of palettes from different brands. So the first one here is the Tarte Tarteist Pro palette, and this is pretty new. I got this for Christmas actually, but I'm loving it. So it just looks like this. I really love these shimmer shades down the side. They're absolutely stunning. This blue one, I haven't actually used it yet, but it's called Trendy and it's like the perfect like mermaidy holographic looking eyeshadow, so that's very cute. I love this shade here called Drama. This one called Edgy down here is beautiful as well. So there's lots of really gorgeous matte colours, and then obviously you have 4 shimmers down the side. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. So again, this is not an eyeshadow, but it just happened to live there, and please excuse the state of it. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, the most controversial palette of like 2017. This palette I think is absolutely gorgeous. Despite the fact there's quite a lot of fallout, I think these shades are super pigmented and they're beautiful colours. I think the shades All Star, Edge, Untamed, New Image and Rowdy are absolutely stunning. And I've only used this a couple of times, but these were really, really pigmented, so I'm actually a big fan of this one. This is the Modern Renaissance palette, and back when I was 18, so about 2 years ago, this is my favourite like go-to night out palette. I always used to do like a pink smoky eye with this. As you can see, these are 2 of my kind of favourite more basic colours here. This shade up here is absolutely stunning. I then have the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This was my favourite palette for like a solid 8-9 months. As you can see, I've hit pan on 2 here, particularly this shade called White Peach. It was the most perfect colour to kind of set your eye base. This also smells of peaches, which is incredible. Like, who doesn't want an eyeshadow palette that smells of peaches? Because I know I do. But yeah, I love this one and would really, really, really recommend it if you were kind of planning on buying it. I've then got another Too Faced one. This is the Love palette, and I'm not gonna lie, I have barely used this. This shade here looks really pretty. It's kind of like a coppery colour, and I think I've used this shade before. It's almost like a really pretty Barbie pink. So here we have one of the Holy Grail palettes. This is the Jaclyn MORPHE palette. I'm sure you've all seen this. How stunning is this? It's so beautiful. So I really, really love how many different shades you can use in this. So I love all these kind of like warm orangey colours. These are kind of my favourite transition colours. Absolutely love them. You've got lots of shimmers as well. I've then got the Violet Voss Holy Grail eyeshadow palette. This is so much of a holy grail for me that literally you can't even see the writing on it anymore. So this has been a solid fave for a long time. As you can see, the shade Bestie has been very well loved. This is a perfect transition shade along with the shade Transition and Hashtag. And oh my goodness, this cranberry splash colour gives me life. I love using this. If I don't ever know what to do with my eyes for a night out, then you can guarantee that Brownie Points, Teddy Bear or Cranberry Splash are on my eyes at some point. This is the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Orange palette. So if I just open it up, oh, we still got the insert there. How stunning is this palette? We've got so many gorgeous warm shades. So I love this orange and this colour down here. These 2 shades are absolutely gorgeous. I then have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This was like one of my OG favourite ones. Just super dirty again now. This actually smells like chocolate, which makes me so freaking happy. So these 2 shades were again absolutely stunning for like brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight, and these were perfect for kind of like a halo eye all over the lid kind of look. So this is one of my Morphe palettes. This is the 35F. So this shade is one of my absolute faves. So stunning. Will you look at that? my god. And you've obviously got all your transition shades that you would want down here, and kind of an off, it's kind of like a grey black colour down here. So if you wanted to do a smokier, I like smoke the outer corner out with one of these shimmers on the lid. This would be perfect. So we then have another Morphe palette. Again, these are super dirty. I'm not even sorry. Like, how beautiful is this? Look at this shade. And I haven't actually used this one. It's almost like a palette that I forget that I have. So I'm definitely going to keep this one out and play with it. I then have the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place. This was my first Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, and I definitely want to get more because I am obsessed. So this is what the shadows look like, and I'm absolutely obsessed. If you couldn't already tell, these kind of like shimmery pink colours are one of my faves. I really love the shade Jamila and Katsina and Zoya when I'm doing kind of, again, like a halo eye or a cut crease. This is a palette that I'd really recommend if you were looking into buying a Juvia's Place palette. Then we go on to one of my absolute favourites. This is the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. How cute is this packaging? I feel like it looks super, super cute. So this is what the shades look like. On the inside, we've got some warm kind of orange transition colours. We've got shimmery golden colours. We've got pinks, literally everything. So here I have the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is hands down one of my favourite ever eyeshadow palettes. Again, the packaging is super cute, and just look how stunning this is. So I really love this white shade called Wax Paper. After I've kind of concealed my eyes, I love putting this down as a base for the rest of my eyeshadows. The shade Universal Delight is amazing as well. As you can see, Liquid Center has Hit Pan because it's a long time favourite for the perfect kind of copper eye. So yeah, I love this one. So this is a palette that I've actually already put on my Depop, only because I just don't think I'm going to get around to using it. So this is the 6th edition 120 colour eyeshadow palette from BH Cosmetics. You've got one side which looks like this. These shades look so stunning, but I just don't know when I'm going to use them. And if I remove this one, you've then got these gorgeous blues and greens and silvers. I love these colours, but I just don't know when I'm going to be kind of brave enough to use them on a daily basis or anything. So that's kind of why it's up on my Depop. So yeah, I've then got another Morphe palette. This is the 35T palette, which looks like this. It's just full of browns and some light shimmers, and I think this is absolutely stunning. I definitely feel like this is more of an autumnal palette because it's kind of got lots of those purpley shades that you tend to wear in your eyes around that time of year. But yeah, really, really gorgeous. And then here is another Morphe palette. This is a build your own one, and it's only got one shade in here, which is this really pretty like purple shimmer, but it's never been used. So, and then last but not least, we go on to my last eyeshadow palette drawer, which is absolutely full as well. So this is just a highlighting palette. No idea why it's in my eyeshadow palette drawer, but it looks like this, and it's super pretty. So this is the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Storybook Cosmetics palette, and this is stunning. I've actually done a tutorial using this as Valentine's Day makeup, and I'm obsessed with the look I created with it. Definitely go and watch that if you haven't already. But oh my goodness, the colour, like shade range in here is stunning. So I really love the shade Oompa Loompa and Everlasting Gobstopper mixed together. It creates the most gorgeous colour. I feel like these two mixed together for a festival look will be insane. Thank me later. Violet Beauregard is such a stunning colour, so is Willy Wonka. I think this Mike TV colour up here is insane. Let's give it a swatch. Wow. So this is the Too Faced Natural Love palette. I remember when I ordered this, like I think it was 2017, I was so excited for it to arrive, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't use it very often. It is full of some stunning shades though. So the shade Bunny Nose, Kittens, Pink Cheeks, Lace Teddy, Honey Butter, Hot and Bothered, Love Bug, Makeup and Chill. These are absolutely stunning colours. They've all been used like quite a bit actually. I've then got the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is absolutely amazing. Haven't used this one too much, but it is stunning. So the shade Cosmo down here, these like pressed glitter colours are incredible. These are like perfect for night out makeup. The shade Retrograde over here is stunning. So is this shade here. Yeah, I actually almost forgot that I owned this palette, which is super bad because I use most of my eyeshadow palettes, but I actually forgot that I had this. So I'm definitely going to be playing around with this one. Here I've also got the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. So I really love these palettes because they're so mini. You can just take them away in your bag, and look how stunning this one is. So fun fact, I'm actually allergic to this because this has got talc in it, and if I put talc shadows on my eyes, they get super, super sore and like red and itchy. But even after I found out I was allergic to it, I've still put it on a couple of times. This is such a cute little palette, which is so easy to just throw in your bag. So I would actually really recommend this one. They blend really nicely as well. I've then got another Zoeva palette. This is the 96 palette, and it's full of different colours. So I, as you can probably tell, don't really use this one. I feel like it's kind of a nice one to keep though, because it's perfect for when it gets to like festival season and stuff. How nice do these look? Oh my god. So yeah, I am going to keep this one, even though it's probably going to get used maybe once a year. I've then got the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. I got this for Christmas, so I haven't had it for too long, but I do love it. It's full of just like really neutral kind of looking shades, which I think are super pretty, especially these two down here. Here I've got this little e.l.f. palette, which is actually the illuminating palette I've just seen. I've only used this a couple of times, but that's not an eyeshadow, so. Here we've got a little Z palette, or Z palette, depending on what you want to call it. This is by Makeup Geek, and I've just filled a couple of my own shadows in here. This is super old, hence why it's so dirty and everything's kind of been used. These were two of the kind of foiled shadows, and I loved them. I believe one of them was called like Starry Eyed or something, and I loved it so much. Oh, and as if by magic, we've got another Makeup Geek palette. This, I think, has only got one, oh no, it hasn't. Oh my god, I just surprised myself. I had no idea. That blue. Oh my freaking god, how insane. Oh my god, I'm shook. I completely forgot I had this colour, but it's giving me summer vibes.